It was mid-January 2026. The new MLB season was just around the corner. On an internal Dodgers podcast, head of security Shahram Ariane suddenly began sharing a story about a morning ritual he had accidentally witnessed. It happened in a split second, a tiny private scene on the doorstep of a home far away from cameras or fans. While the world obsessed over Shohei Ohtani's physical condition, his salary, and the immense pressure of being a global icon, what stuck most in Ariane's heart wasn't something from the gym or the mound. It was a single sentence spoken by his wife, Mamiko. Why would the head of Dodgers security call an everyday domestic moment a tactical command? To understand that, we need to go back to those ordinary, cold Los Angeles mornings. Ariane witnessed repeatedly during the off-season. Around 700 a.m., Ariane's car would pull up in front of the Ohtani house. First, Shohei appears, practice bag in hand, holding a focused expression, as if he were about to step into Game 7 of the World Series. Ariane laughs, saying, "He always looks like he's heading to Game 7. For a man, long involved in VIP protection, that energy, that desire to push beyond limits was palpable." But then the door opened behind him. Mamiko appeared, holding their small daughter in her arms. She wasn't fixing his clothes or handing him a lunchbox. Ariane remembers the scene vividly. Mamiko looked straight into her. Husband's eyes, the gaze of a former professional athlete looking at another, and spoke slowly, clearly enough to be heard through the car window. "Listen carefully. No matter the practice, you must save 20% of your energy. Tonight is your turn to put our daughter to bed. Do not come home completely broken." Ariane emphasized on the podcast that was no joke. There was no teasing smile, no gentle tone. It was genuinely an order. As a security professional, he immediately understood its meaning. Identifying risk, setting limits, allowing no negotiation. That is the basis of crisis management. Mamiko knew that if no one stopped him, Shohei would practice until he broke past his limits. Even more striking was Shohei's reaction. There was no irritation, no argument. He immediately relaxed his shoulders, smiled while nodding repeatedly, eyes crinkling, and said, I know, I'll follow the boss's orders." He lightly kissed his daughter's forehead and climbed into the car. As if having completed a vital ceremony, that moment resonated in my chest, Ariane said. He had created countless protocols to protect players from crowds and external threats, but right in front of him was a different kind of defense, a defense designed to protect Ohtani from his own instinct to push too hard. For Shohei, Mamiko, and their daughter were the most effective brakes for an F1 machine that always ran at full throttle. Ariane realized that what truly kept Ohtani safe wasn't security, guards, or coaching staff. It was the person at his front door every morning, indicating the limit that Shohei absolutely obeyed. Ariane noted that Mamiko's eyes in that moment were the same as security commanders, making decisions in an emergency. Eyes that accurately evaluated risk, accepted responsibility, and knew well the cost of exceeding limits. Ariane said quietly, "I've protected people from outside dangers in this job, but I realize then no security team can protect an athlete from themselves." At the end of the podcast, Ariane left the studio silent for a few seconds with one sentence. Shohei didn't become weaker after his child was born. He became safer. When asked about this story, Freddie Freeman didn't answer immediately. He smiled lightly, shaking his head, searching for words so as not to get too emotional. "It might sound like a funny story," Freeman said, "but if you've been in the locker room with him for a long time, you know it's a very Shohei kind of story." Freeman noted that Shohei listened immediately. Not because he was being scolded, Freeman says, but because he trusts her. Freeman recalled a small incident in the locker room. "One day after practice, I invited him to hit a little more. Shohei looked at his watch, laughed and said, "I can't, Freddie. I have to go home. My second job is waiting." Freeman sees that morning incident as a quiet milestone. Not a home run, not a record. It's the moment you know an athlete has moved to the next stage. A moment where he understood not just how to rewrite history, but why he continues to play and what state he needs to be in when he returns home.